Hello everyone, I am Dr. Samina Manasawala and I head the nurturing domain at Kaveri Gifted Education and Research Center. Uh, Today I have with me Mrs. Sucheta Kulkarni, who is a school counselor. In fact, she has 17 years of experience working in school with students. She also heads the Recharge Center, that is the psychology department, and the Connect Academy for Special Needs Kids at the Wisdom International School in Nasik. And it's at this school that since 2008, she's also running a program for gifted students, that is, gifted and talented students. She conducts various awareness programs for students, parents, body across age groups, and has also been trained in gifted education at the Bellin Blanc Center for Gifted and Talented, University of Iowa, USA. I'm very happy to have you, Sucheta Tai, with us today. And I look forward to talking to you, uh, especially so that we are able to encourage more psychologists, more school counselors just like us to initiate some services, some programs for gifted and talented students in schools. So, welcome. I'd like to begin this conversation by asking you how did the gifted program get initiated in your school?
I joined Wisdoma in 2005 and I started visiting all the classes as a school counselor because then I used to go for class observation. So when teachers are in class, teachers are teaching, and I used to sit in class in last row with students. So how students are interacting, how they are learning, and whether they are enjoying their learning or do they have any kind of difficulty, how teachers, students rapport and all. So in my observation, I realized classes grade fifth, sixth. That time we were having grade six for the last batch. Means they were every year they will be progressing that kind of a class. So all the students in class were very bright. Their level of humor was very different, and all gifted characteristics I was able to see around me. Then I thought, let's take any one class with the students and let's check the with some test where they are. So I thought that I'll go with SPM test and I checked their intelligence and realized half more than 50% students were 99 percentile rank. And I thought, oh my God, it's really big thing and big challenge for me. And we cannot stop only here, only just telling them that you are very bright and your percentile rank is 99. I share that with my school principal and school trustee. And they both were again amazed and they said, okay, let's tell us, Suchita, now what to do and what we can do it more for them. And then I started looking something for them that we what activities we can do it and all. And when I was doing my master's, I had visited Jnana Prabodhini school. So that thing was
Okay.
there in my mind that there is a gifted school and we can always take some guidance from them because they are again expert in that. Because we had meeting with Usha Taikire when we were a student, when I was doing my master's at that time. So we I thought let's go and meet them or we can send mail to them. So I tried sending mail and immediately I got a response from them. They Dhanaprabodhini school had sent me one name and they told me if you want some such kind of help, please go and meet Narayan Desai. He is our student and he'll help you. And I got his number, email ID, and everything. I tried, but then he was not in country at that time. So again, 1 or 2 months went in that only. Then I thought that let's now write a mail to him. So once I've written everything that why I'm looking for all this thing, and he said that next month and we'll meet and we can start. So this way, we actually started something for gifted. That there we realized that okay, means first we have to go for a testing.
Mm.
Actually, will find out who are gifted, and then we can go ahead. So there's
You,
something I realized when I was in class for class observation that actually helped me to identify students who
mm.
can get this benefit for health.
Right. So what I hear you say, you just started out being very curious that, these are some different characteristics that most students in a classroom are showing. And what's that about? And then you really went through like exploration on your own first, using an intelligence test, then seeing the result. I also heard you say that, the principals and trustees were also supportive in your journey of exploration and asking you to find out what can you do with,
Right.
for these students. Because often, I hear stories from counselors when they can see there's something and they want to do, but yet, sometimes it gets lost in the system.
Right.
Uh, so that's really interesting. And yes, in Pune we have Jnana Prabodhini Institute of Psychology that works in gifted. Jnana Prabodhini is a school for gifted, and of course Dr. Narayan Desai, who heads Tribal Mensa,
Right.
um, works with schools collaboratively to initiate programs. So it also shows a lot of your passion and persistence, right? Because I think you did see that these students are different. Let's see what we can do for them. That's wonderful.
Right. In our school, actually, there is a system for higher grades mainly, and it starts from grade fifth, but actually, we can see grade six, seventh, eight onwards, all this. That chart is actually coming up daily with the different notes and all. So, school has started that there is one wall, and anybody, if wants to ask any question to your classmates, just write on that. It can be anything related to philosophy or any subject related thing or any life learning,
Hmm.
any damn question you can write there. And in these classes, I have observed that students to whom I feel that okay, this child may come in giftedness. So they are frequently replying to that. And
Okay.
to motivate them, we have to create such activities, I think. And so school have really started that in all the classes and everywhere. So student when they are uh, observing some challenge and when they know that yeah, I know some little information, I can also write. So replying to other questions and checking knowledge and again doing your own study for that same thing and again coming up next day with new information. So that I've started in school and it's still going on.
Oh,
So all
so that
gifted are always being also one interesting thing.
right. That's a wonderful idea, like a wall for communication, right, between students. And that can be powerful, right? Because the questions are coming from students and students are trying to respond. And like you rightly said, sometimes it's these gifted students that love this form of communication and interaction. Right. Um, so having been a school counselor and you said you've done a lot of class observation, how do you think gifted students experience the regular school?
uh, Okay. Gifted children always want to come to school. They love school. They love group. They love to talk. They love to share their knowledge and gain knowledge. But it is dependent also on their peer group, how they are mixing with them, how they are accepting them, and also dependent on teachers. So their reactions are motivating or demotivating children because whatever theme, subject, topic teachers are teaching, gifted children are well aware because very quickly they are learning and many a times it happens that whatever teacher is teaching they know prior and then when they are in that childhood So then they are disturbing class again and again. Teachers are taking their name कि मैम इसका तो 2 मिनट में खत्म हो जाता है और फिर ये घूमता रहता है क्लास में, बैठता ही नहीं है एक जगह पे. So
Mm,
then we started creating extra worksheets for them and difficult worksheets from them for them. So
mm,
if he is completing his task, then give 2 extra worksheets and uh, keep him busy, kind of a thing. So problem, but yes, उनको भी बहुत सारे इमोशंस है. मेनी टाइम्स इट हैपेंस टीचर्स चुप करा देते हैं कि आपको सब आ रहा है तो आप अभी आंसर नहीं दोगे, एंड दे फील दैट ओके ऑलवेज व्हेन आई नो करेक्ट आंसर नो वन इज अलाउिंग मी टू गिव आंसर्स. So creating awareness for teachers also is required to help these children, and we started doing that in our school.
very rightly said, right? So the gifted child's experience in school is influenced by how teachers respond to them, and so training is so necessary to sensitize teachers, as well as what kind of peer group they have. If they have a interacting peer group, then it's more engaging for them to be in school and experience schools. So in fact, at KGRC we also did a similar research on what is the experience of these students in school, and we found similar things, that they love subjects where teachers are able to explain things logically, and a variety of teaching methods are used. Otherwise they do get to become bored with repetitive teaching, and a high degree of peer interaction is also what, like you rightly said, they enjoy. So one of the things you all did at school was create extra worksheets for the students. So Sucheta, you just said that gifted students can be really sensitive. One harsh word from the teacher and they can be hurt and feel disappointed and dejected. Sometimes they also don't fit in very well with their classmates. They're odd and different. What do you all do in such situations?
Actually, when we started identifying gifted students, after identification, what to do with them, that was the main question. Because identifying a student is easy, just conduct tests, arrange score, give it to them, and appreciate them in front of their peers. So that is okay, but after identification, how we are handling them, what is next, that is important. And so Narayan Desai, Dr. Narayan Desai guided us for this thing, and we started nurturing program with him. So he used to come and conduct nurturing program for all gifted children. For first 3-4 batches were with Narayan Desai, and that was an amazing period for Wisdom High International School also, because everyone learned how to handle gifted children when he used to come. So all teachers, staff members, from gate person to everyone is aware that okay, Narayan Desai, that means gifted program. Mensa students are there and they will be with him, and who all are gifted, who all are mentions. Everyone was well aware in school at that time and now also. So we started nurturing program, and in nurturing program, they were coming together. So their problem, their emotional pattern, and the way they were reacting was similar, and they realized that okay, we all are feeling like this, and everyone's feelings, emotions are little bit same. We can say that similarity they realize about that, and then from there we started nurturing them for their emotions, controlling emotions, handling emotions, and correctly convey things to others. So then how you will treat your emotions in communication, that also training
Mm.
was nurturing program. So is a great help for us today also, when all gifted children are meeting, they are talking to each other, because then they are on one platform. When they are showing him anger, other gifted are telling him or her, correct way, will check like this, handle it like this. And I feel that is a success of nurturing program.
Okay. So it almost sounds like you all got the school got like hands-on training in working with gifted students, and
Right,
it was an effective way to learn how to nurture these children, and for the whole system, from teachers to counselors to it seems like the whole environment kind of recognized that, okay, there are these group of students, they need this support and nurturing. So that is what possibly a school would need to do. One of the ways would be to learn, call in experts, get some, let them do a program, learn from observation.
correct.
Right. Can you share an experience where you could see that how a gifted program makes a difference?
Mm, I would like to share for two, three incidences that students who are involved in gifted program. One is Ishan, okay, who is now selected for NASA. He is also gifted, okay. He had also attended gifted program in our school. Student who is selected for NASA workshop. Now you are going to conduct interview in front of entire school. So from all section, all students are there and you are going to conduct. So teacher thought that he need teachers help to arrange questions and everything and all. So teacher was very much behind him that you please show your questions and tell us how you are conducting, give us demo and all. But he was so much prepared that no one was giving any suggestion also to him, and he had done it so flawlessly that everyone appreciated him a lot. In the end,
Mm,
he said that all this confidence and everything is with me because of giftedness program, because every week I am attending, every week it is compulsory for me, whatever I am car engineering and it's a big company. So he visited once and he was sharing all his experience that how he is doing right now there. So he said, I can do it. Whatever theme comes to me, I am creating design. Because, ma'am, we have done all this in our program, giftedness program. You used to give us just one subject and you were asking us, okay, so 30 minutes are in your hand, create it, arrange, describe your theme, and come and present. So now I'm ready and it's used to me now and that is helping me. So this is again one thing.
wow. So sounds like the gifted nurturing program helped children to present their ideas, collect their thoughts, be
Correct.
able to communicate them effectively, build self confidence in them.
Right.
Wow. We also often tell parents that, to see the impact of the gifted program, it takes a while. So, like you're narrating stories
Exactly.
of these kids who are grown up now and can tell you how it's impacted them. We might not be able to see it immediately,
Correct.
but
Correct.
over a period of time, there certainly is an impact on these kids.
Correct. Absolutely right. Immediately we may not able to see, but yes, that impact we will be there always.
Mm, right, right, right. Uh, considering you also work with special needs children and you initiated a gifted program and now you're running both, uh, most often schools also want to allocate resources to special needs children. Uh, what are some of the challenges you have faced at Wisdom High?
Lot of challenges. I will not say I have faced, but our management, I'll say, because management is always student. I'll say that normal
Sucheta,
government.
can you repeat that break झाला परत? Management.
Sorry. Management is really very supportive for each student. If you will say that normal probability curve, so all students in that, so special needs children, average children, as well as gifted children. So management is very much supportive for all of them. And for special need children, you will get all provisions from government itself, right? So it is easy for school to create such provisions and to help them at exam time, learning time, or if they are attending any activities at that time also. Means some special sports activities are also there for them. Then Paralympic kind of activities ZP is also conducting. So all these children are involved in everything. But in that case, we are missing out gifted students who are highly intelligent and they are not getting any kind of provisions. No one is understanding them. So they are also equally demanding. They also need all this for them and their development. So school thought that yes, we will give them some special activities. Like if you are completing something, some rewards are for you. Or if you are doing something, you will also receive appreciation. And so school has done lot of things. जैसे जैसे वो गिफ्टेड प्रोग्राम आगे होता गया, वो बच्चों का और एक्टिविटीज दिखने लगे, आते थे और वो जो कॉन्फिडेंस उनमें भर जाता था कि 4 दिन बिना सबके हम रह सकते हैं और क्या नहीं कर सकते हैं। तो वो जैसे जैसे स्कूल में दिखने लगा वो स्टूडेंट के लिए और एक अलग सा परसेप्शन आने लगा।
Okay. So you're saying the challenge with the management lies because there are no clear policies. So everything that the management or the school does, they'll have to do it through their own initiative, through their own trials, through their own ideas.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
But it really sounds like, you all have had so many years of this journey and you've tried so many things. You've grown with the kids in the program and come up with multiple types of services, recognitions, like you're saying, for these children as well. That's wonderful.
Yes, now continuously, I think from 2008 till date, we are running gifted program. And from last testing which we had done, means identification which we have done in 2019. And because of pandemic 2020 and 21st, we have not done. Maybe next year we will start again identifying the students. So from 2 years we have not done anything. Students, we tried meeting them, but again because of pandemic we were meeting only online. But the
Sure.
best part, the moment all this started moving little bit, that normal kind of a thing. Now people are going out, meeting each other and all. So in that time, in Diwali vacation, all gifted children tried meeting together and from
Oh,
call to me and they said, ma'am, today we are meeting and arranging all activities like eco tour the way we used to do it. So games are here and all activities are here. So I think that is what is achievement because every time I used to tell them wherever you will be in the world, see to it you all are for each other and whenever you want, come together, meet each other, share your development with each other, your growth and help each other. So I think they are just in school actually. Some of them are in grade 8, 9 and 10, 12, but they all are together and meeting. I think if they have started in this age, what else you want?
that's wonderful, right? So students have gotten to a level where they took the initiative. They felt the need to meet together and do something together. You're truly saying, like, that truly is an achievement of what a gifted program can do. It also seems that you're creating a sense of belongingness for them, right? So this is your group. This is where you can share, this is where you support each other, this is where you find somebody who will understand you, which does not happen in the regular mixed classrooms.
Correct, correct.
That is one of the advantages of having a gifted program in school, right? Because in
Exactly.
the interaction with in the regular classroom is also needed, but it's of a different quality. And the
Yes,
interaction of these same students, especially across age groups, is different in a gifted program.
correct, correct. And all gifted children who are right now in school, so they have our WhatsApp group. So they are presenting their activities there also, and all other members are really like critics, or we can say great critics. They are pointing out few things and appreciating also at the same time. So whatever we will inculcate in them, we
Mm.
can see what they are actually doing. So that's really nice.
So, what, according to you, are your main objectives of the gifted program? What do you want to
Um,
inculcate in these students?
Awareness, actually true awareness that yes, you are gifted, and you are gifted, that means you are different. So your every activity should represent that you are gifted. So whatever, if you are writing, you should be best writer. If you are presenting something, if you are showing your emotions, anything, any work, if you are teaching, that also will be different only. So creating awareness within them, and leadership actually. So if you are a different, then go lead things, help people, and take things in your hand. So then, if you are feeling that this is not happening right, this is not happening good in society, so don't talk about that. You take a lead, you go ahead, and you solve all the things. So I think if we'll create awareness, children will do it very easily.
Hmm. Yeah, this is sometimes a typical characteristic in gifted children, right? They'll love to sit and criticize and critically look at the world. This is not right, and that's not right, and that person is not doing his job right. But I like what you said, that by creating leadership, we empower them to take initiative and make a difference, to change
Mm.
things rather than
Mm.
just sit and talk about it. So, yeah, looks like awareness of yourself, your abilities, uh, with a focus of contributing unique and original ideas is what I get from what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So last question, before we kind of come to an end of this conversation, what would you recommend fellow school psychologists all over India, considering, National Education Policy 2020 has just started to mention something about gifted students and
Yes.
gifted programs? If
Yes.
they wish to initiate programs for these students in school, what are some of your suggestions for them?
You know what happened? First, we start convincing management. So rather than going directly to that point, first create some activity within a student only. So show the result and then talk about that. So I
Okay.
think we have to find out student, we have to create some activity, and then showing result that why they are different, what they need now, and what we can do best for them, how they'll only help us. That is important. I mean to school. So creating that and then asking management is correct way, I think, because first taking permission in the sense you are not doing anything wrong, okay, or it is nothing about any kind of big experiment. You are just talking to student, identifying, giving awareness to them, and creating some activities with them. So that will definitely help. So that is one thing. And second important thing, don't give up, because giftedness program is such that you are taking tests for 100, 200 children, and you are getting only 3, 4, 5 students from that entire group.
That's
So
possible.
that
Yes.
time you feel that okay, only 5 children, and now what I'm going to do it? Like 50. So don't give up on that and just be with them every week, every month, and they are just wonderful. So once it's psychologists as such that who love children and their learning. If any psychologist is enjoying, then you are a correct psychologist to be with gifted children. I feel.
Right.
So
That's so wonderful. So you're saying that, even before trying to get resources for a program, try something out hands-on, like a small action pilot project.
right, right.
Do something, show the management or even the parent body, right? How these
Correct.
children are different, how they need something different, and how eventually they can contribute to the school, to the community at large, to the nation at large. So that's one thing you're saying. And the second thing that you're saying, that, yeah, don't give up. There might be challenges of starting with 5 students. There might be challenging of, your time with other kids versus these kids. There might be, insensitivity or resistance, especially from teachers sometimes, to accept these kids and do something for them. But just don't give up. That's great for the end to our interaction. um, I think this will really help school counselors to think more about what they can do for gifted students, and we do hope that schools start thinking about this and get in touch with us, with Wisdom High International, who's been running a gifted program for such a long time, for any guidance or support that they need. So thank you, Sucheta Tai, for sharing your experiences with us, and taking the time for that.
Thank you, Samina, for giving me call and allowing me here to present Wisdoma International School. And really, school is doing wonders in this STEM program. And I'm sure all coming up generation will also do that. And all other school will start doing the fitness program in their school because that is a real need.
Absolutely. And you are really a model for how a school counselor can initiate that spark and take it right up to the management, and create that change. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.